Hello everyone, welcome to another Power BI related tutorial by Team Slidescope. In this part, we are trying to learn how to create exploratory data analysis on mobile app usage data, and the target field that we have is in-app purchase. So this is part 1 where we are doing in-app purchase analysis. What is average session time, average crash rate of that app, average number of users daily active users, total in-app purchases, maximum in-app purchases. This is in total. Purchases by app category and region, purchases by average session time, purchases by only app category. So what is difference between these two? In-app purchases by platform, whether Android users are purchasing more or iOS users, in-app purchase by region. Now let's say we want to visualize data for Europe region. So you can use these filters and you can see the data will change, the design will reflect that data. So you can use these interactive filters to visualize in which case is the in-app purchase more. There is another design. So this is design, a basic design. So many will prefer this. So I will explain you how to create these two designs in this tutorial. So let's get started with it. So the data set that we are using in this project is this mobile app usage analytics data, where you have different app IDs. So this is data of around 200 different apps, and anonymously they are being called with their app ID. The important thing is we have the app category, like if it is social share app, finance app, games, education, what type of app is it, and user age group, the targeted user age group for this app, whether senior is there, teen is there, or adult is there. So whatever is the target age group, that is selected here. Then we have platform like Android, iOS, or whatever platform, and we have regions. So this is just to understand demographically what type of apps are preferred more, and this is daily active users data. So when you will get an actual information where that particular app name will be there, app category will be there. So those who are doing analysis or survey, so they can collect data in this format. What is the average session duration in minutes? What is the crash rate? What is total in-app purchases or total in-app purchase for this particular data? So now we will load this data in our favorite BI tool and start analyzing it. So we will open Power BI desktop, and after clicking get data, we will connect the CSV file. In the CSV file we can see all the headers and their values are properly loaded. So now we will load the data, and once data is loaded, so we will simply rename it as app usage, because if we will use it in our DAX queries, so it will be easier for us to call it. So now its name is app usage. Quickly we will go to insert tab, add text button, and in that text button we will write what we are doing. We are doing exploratory data analysis on mobile app usage data. So EDA on mobile app usage data. We are trying to understand what this data is representing, and we have mobile applications of both Android and iOS. Here we will make it bold. Let's choose the size as around 36. We will use this font color. We will go to effects and select shadow. So this will give us this type of setting, and as I mostly do, I always add a sidebar also, because we may need to add some filters. So for filters I add a shape here. So let's select some kind of shape like you can select this kind of shape also, like a trapezium kind of shape, or you can also, I will go with rectangular shape, which looks better to me, and it will be your choice what kind of shape do you want to go with. Then I will simply, sorry, I clicked it by mistake. I will click on shape, go to style, select some color like this. Then we will go to insert, add some image. So I have this image, I downloaded it from Canva, which is representing people using mobile apps, so, or chatting. So this is mobile app usage data, so we can use this kind of image. Now in our data we have different type of numerical fields like daily active users, average session time, crash rate, total in-app purchases. So this can give us some KPIs. So we can do KPIs like total daily active users, average session time, these type of things. So what we'll do, we'll use this card visual here, and in this card visual we will simply try to analyze, and we can resize. So there will be 4 or 5 KPIs. So we will simply add average session duration, which is the first measure, and here we will just use average. In format your visual of this card, we have call out value where we can select around 30 pixels. So this gives us an information what is average session duration, and we are actually selecting the average of average session duration. So we can, right now we can simply use average. We cannot use sum here because that will not make sense, but here you will go with this. So this is average session time. In this visual we have option to select the primary color, and we have the option to select the category label color, which I do mostly. Then we can go to general setting effects, where we can enable some shadow and border optionally if you want. We can also go to visual border, and we can enable that, make it white, and use 12 or 14 pixel. So this will give this kind of rounded shape, so you can choose that. We can give the same kind of effect here also. Just enable visual border, give it a white color, and 12 or 14 pixel is enough. So this gives this kind of a rounded shape. Now you can see padding from top and bottom is a little bit different. So we can go to properties, padding, and we can reduce the padding from top, and now it is centrally aligned. Now here one more thing, I am coming back once again and again. So we can make it bold. Okay, so this is what we can do, and because we want to fit the font size, so we can use smaller font size, but we can make it bold. Now we can copy this. So this is our average session time, this is crash rate percentage. Here also we will choose average. So on an average, what is the crash rate percentage, which is 2.72. okay, and we can rename it as AVG. So AVG crash rate percentage. Similarly here also we can use the short form AVG, so it will fit the this call out label for us. Then we will copy it one more time. So this is average session time, average crash rate. Third will be daily active users, for which we are going to use the sum property. So here just writing daily active users will be enough. So here, or we can write total active users, because we are adding everything. Total or total daily active users, whatever name you prefer, you can give it to it. Then we can make a copy, Now, because daily active users is very important, so we can also try to see average active users. So average daily active users. So here we can now rename average daily active users, and here this is total daily active users or total active users, whatever name. Next, let's copy one more time, and this is kind of the important field. If monetary value is there, like if we are doing this analysis for monetary point of view or conversion point of view, what is the sum of total in-app purchase, so which we can call it as this. So this is actually count and not some money. This is total number of in-app purchases. This can be someone buying a coin in a game, it can be someone buying some kind of course. For example, if you want to buy Power BI course, then you can visit this particular link. So this is our Power BI tutorial for beginners, where you will get 10 plus hours of course material, where we have 46 different lectures in 6 sections. For data visualization, DAX, we have 22 dedicated lectures, Power Query Editor, publishing reports to Power BI service. So you will find all of that here. So if you are buying it from Udemy app, it will be in-app purchase. So that's total number of in-app purchase. So here now we can arrange these KPIs like this, and this will give us different type of analysis. How? Now these are all the numbers that we have put here. Now we will use the sidebar. So we will use this slicer over here, and in the slicer we will pick the targeted fields. We will pick the categorical fields like app category, user age group, platform and region. So for example, first is app category, and here we will just go to slicer setting and select it as a drop down list, and I will just go to general tab, effects, and disable the background. I may be going fast, so every time I will click on a visual and go to its general setting and visual setting. So everything related to background removal or shadow or border will be in general part, and visual settings like changing the color, changing the font will be mostly in visual. So here for example, in slicer header, because now we have removed the background, so we can give it a white color or a little bit of gray color. Now for values, you can see we have this color. Okay, we can, for values we can go with a little bit darker color than this, like this. So you can, which you can see on dark as well as light font, so you can select it like that. If you are selecting completely light color, then you can give it a background also, a background like this. So you can see now same background given, so it looks like a transparent value. One more setting needed, so general, because it's a border, so we will enable border here and select this border. For our border, as I said, I will give 12 pixel or 14 pixel as rounded value, and I will enable a shadow also. So this creates my first filter. Now why have we created this filter? Because we have our KPIs, right? We know what is average session, so it is average, it is 15.5. Now if I select education, so it is, you can see it is less than average. For finance it is more than average, for games furthermore, and for social less than average. So you will be able to understand for which app category this is less or more than the actual average, and this will give you an idea of what type of content your audience likes, what type of content your audience prefers. Now we can copy this n number of times, and every time we will drag some categorical field here like platform, like region. Let's say in Africa region, what is average crash rate, total daily active users, average daily active users, and total in-app purchase. Then in North America, South America, Australia, what is that? So this way you will be able to make it more interactive and more meaningful. And then we will add user age group, where you can select the type of age group to understand which type of age group has more average session duration or total in-app purchase. So this is also going to be a multi-part series, and in the first part we are creating in-app purchase analysis dashboard. What is meaning of that? Every time we do exploratory analysis, we consider some variable as our target field, and then we try to see relation of other variables or other fields on this target field. We can call all of them as features, and this one as target, or this one as our output. We can call all of these as our inputs and this one as output. So we are kind of seeing effect of all the input or inputs on our output, and in this case we are using total in-app purchases as our target. So that's why now we will create some visuals. We will use these visualizations, will create some graphs to analyze that and visualize that. And now we have our layout ready, our filters ready. If you want, you can learn data analytics in our online live interactive classes. We also provide demo classes, so you can connect with us in the comment section or connect with us using the contact details. Now let's start doing analysis one by one. So total in-app purchases, we want to see app category wise total in-app purchases. One field is categorical, other field is numerical. So we can select a simple stack column chart for that purpose. So we will use a stack column. It can be clustered column, stacked bar, it can be any of these charts. So now in x-axis we will put the category name, whether it's social media or what, we will put the category name, and on y-axis we will select total in-app purchases. So this will give us sum of total in-app purchases by app category. Now I want to show a simple thing. We can also create a new measure, and in this new measure we will just call it total in-app purchases, and we will just use the sum function, and from our table we will select in-app purchases, total in-app purchases column, and we will just click. So it is actually asking us to rename that, so I will not rename. So let's write in-app purchases. So make sure we are not using the same measure name. So now this is the measure that we are going to use for our analysis. And now you can see in-app purchases by app category. Here in visual setting, general setting, we will go to title, align it to center. I will use the same color. So you can see I have only selected two colors from palette so far. So this is in app purchases by category. We can reduce its font size also. We can do one more thing. Go to effects, enable shadow, visual border. For color we will select the white color and do this 14 pixel thing, and now this is ready. In this part also there is an extra color here, so I will just go to column setting and select this color, the primary color that we are going with. Why I am doing this? Because anytime This is the default theme that I have selected, whatever Power BI gave me from starting. Please make sure you save your work. So you can go to view. In view now you can select any color, okay, or any theme, and you will see that the theme is going to choose everything for you accordingly. Okay, if I go with this, you can see all the colors will automatically be selected. So whatever you want to go with, then you can select. Let's say I want to go with this, so I can select this. Okay, so anytime you want to change, you can change the color. So because I like this one, so I'm just going with it, but you can make it more colorful. Now for finance and social, we can see the numbers are very close. So if I want to show these numbers, I can go to data labels and I can show them from here. Switch on. Then what we can do, here you can see the position is auto. I will just choose inside end. Now all the numbers are inside. Okay, so this is important. So this is in-app purchases by app category. Now I will click on it, home tab, copy, click outside and paste. This will copy the visual so that I can paste it here. Next is I want to see platform wise in-app purchases. So this is the platform. Now you can see we only have data of 2 platforms, and using a bar chart is also useful here, like it is telling us the data. But we have, when we have 2, 3 or 4 numbers only or distinct values, we can select a donut chart, which will give us the percentage also, like 50.94% of people prefer Android or they are using Android, and 49% iOS. Although this is a synthetic data, but in real data you will get the actual values here. In this type of charts, we can go to legend. You can see legend is on center right. We can also select legend on bottom center. Okay, so this will enable legend for us, and this is the chart now, and we can actually drag it in center because we are going to create 3 visuals per row. Now we can create copy of it and paste it here. So you can see it is arranged properly from right hand margin also, and alignment also. You can see these red dot lines, so it is proper. Now after platform, we will select region. In region we have different regions. So for region I will just prefer a simple stack bar chart, where I will get the exact number that from Europe it is 23,000, then North America, then Australia, then Asia, then South America and Africa. So this will give us in-app purchases by region. Here I want to show you a different thing. So if you will go to format your visual, and then you will see bar. So because it's a vertical, it's a horizontal thing, so we are seeing bar. Here they just call it columns. So bar and column in what type of chart you have selected. Here we can go with FX, which is conditional formatting of color. Then in format style we will select gradient. So what we are saying here is, if in-app purchase value is lowest value, then we will go with the light blue color, and if it is highest, then we will go with the dark blue color, and this will enable this type of shading. So this is important. We can also change it to a stacked column chart so that we can see the shading properly, and just to give variety we can select for this one. So This is in-app purchases by region, which is showing that in Africa we have low value, and it is representing also that this low value is being represented by this color. And since we are already showing the number, so showing legend is not necessary here, so we can disable that. So this is the gradient style which you can select. Now there is an optional way, so like we can show these visuals in this way also. What is this? This is a simple image. It's a transparent app or mobile image that I will share with you. So it's a PNG image, and you can also create it using Canva and then use remove BG service to remove the background and make it transparent. And then you can put somewhere, for example here, and then just drag your visuals and try to fit them. See, it is not necessary, but this will give you a different kind of look and feel to your report, right? Because this is mobile app related data analysis, and if we are showing it like a mobile app usage, so it will be better. So this is just a optional way. So first, now we will create our main visuals, our whatever we are analyzing, and then I will try to fit in there how we can do that. So we have in-app purchase by platform, by category, by region. Now we also have an important categorical field here, that is user age group. So for that I will just create a copy of this, and as you can see I have some space over here, so I will increase their heights to fit half of the height that we have here in our canvas, and then we can use these red guidelines to make them of each of same size. And here we will just remove the platform and change it with user age group. So now you can see in-app purchases by user age group, and in case of senior it is showing that 37.83% of app usage is in case of senior. So this is actually in-app purchase, like seniors are purchasing more. So we can change it to a pie chart also. And once we have another chart, so now what we can do, so as this is a parallel thing that we are doing, I will try to create three equal width phones here. Now we will put an important thing. You can see I cannot select the visual that is behind this. So this is because we have to click on it, format, and send to back. Okay, so here send to back. Now once we will click, you will be able to click whatever is behind that. So now this we have selected whatever is behind that. So this is in-app purchases by app category. And just because I don't want to go make the heading of 2 lines, so I have just reduced it as purchases by app category. Next, what we can do, we can copy this and fit in here. So let's copy and paste it here, because there also we will have 6 visuals, and here also we can fit these 6 visuals easily. So here let's use this with, yeah, now it's okay. Here also let's write purchases. Next, creativity that you can add is, because we have Android and iOS, so we can create these images of phone images of one of Android and one of iOS, which is already there, and then we can put all the graphs related to Android in Android and iOS in iOS, or we can create two tabs also, one tab with iOS, one tab with Android. I will do something in second part. Just while doing the analysis I got this idea, so I'm just trying. If you don't like that, you can go with the basic type of analysis that we do, or if you want to add some creativity, you can go with this. Now let's go back to our previous design. So up until now you can see that we have created app category wise, total in-app purchase, user age group wise, platform wise, and so on. So in second part, average session time or crash rate can be our target field, like this time total in-app purchases. So now we can create, because it's just EDA, I will be using daily active users and average session time also to understand. And for that, one chart that I prefer is a ribbon chart. Let me show you its usage. So now what happens is, in a ribbon chart, let me convert that. A ribbon chart is just like a bar chart, you can see here, where these bar represents the length of x-axis. So on x-axis we have user age group. So if I want to see app category and region wise total daily active users, so what I can do is, I will simply select app category and I will select region in legend. So now this type of ribbon chart will come. So let's say, even though if we want to keep in-app purchases as our target field, so what we can do, first of all I'll just rename, as I will not prefer going with heading in two lines. So now what is this representing? So we did a separate data of purchases by category, we did separate data of purchases by region, but what is this showing is that for finance, what region has the most number of purchases. Europe is on top in in-app purchases for finance and social, but Europe is not amongst top when it comes to education and games when people are purchasing. So this is showing rank of each region for each app category in terms of total number of in-app purchases. For example, here this is at rank 3 finance North America, but North America in case of social app purchases is second, and in case of educational it is first, then Australia. So you can see the performance category wise, and this is very very important. Now as I said, we have total daily active users, average daily users, and average session time. Let's say for average session time also we want to see in-app purchases, like if someone is spending more time, will they purchase, or if someone is spending less time, are they purchasing more, or what is that particular time slot that kind of drives people to buy something. So for that, first thing that we will do is, because it's a number, average session duration is a number, so first we will change it to a categorical field. Like I will just click here and click on new group. So here we have 3 dots and we'll create new group. So minimum value of average session time is 2 minutes and maximum value is 30 minutes. So I will say that I want to divide number of bins, and I want to divide this entire range in 10 bins. So for every bin I have 2.5 minutes or 2.7 minutes. So if I go with 9, I have 3 minutes, it's okay. So now what I am saying is, users who are spending from 2 to 5 minutes will be in one group, 5 to 8 minutes will be in another group, and so on. So this way I am just dividing it into 9 groups, and now what I am doing is I am checking which particular group has more in-app purchases. So I will not copy this one, I'll actually copy this because it has legend, and after copying I will simply arrange it like this, and yeah, this. And here what I will do, I will just change it back to stack column. Instead of add category, I will select the average session group bin. So I will just rename for this visual as average session time, or AST. So average session time, it's in minutes, and I will remove bin also. This is average session time bin, and here you can see that this is the first bin from 2 to 5, then 5 to 8, 8 to 11, and so on. So you can see most number of purchases are between 23 to 26. Like if someone is spending 23 to 26 minutes, they are purchasing more, or when someone is spending 11 to 14 hours, they are purchasing more, or 5 to 8. So you can see in different session time groups we have different type of buyer or in-app purchase values, and this kind of gives us an information which, like, if we kind of engage users, then are they likely to buy more or not. And this will be different in different categories also. For example, in educational category it is different, like people who are spending more time are buying more. In finance you can see how it is. In games you can see, like, it's not necessarily that if people are spending more time then they are buying. Like 11 to 14 is the highest group here. In case of social, you can see how it is. So that will give you an idea for different type of categories what is in-app purchases behavior by session time. And here, because on the basis of in-app purchases we did that, so we can try to format painter and apply here. So now you will be able to see that by gradient wise also. Okay, so let's say by platform wise, in Android and in iOS, what is that? In region wise also, in Europe you can see how it is, in South America how it is. So this is important analysis, and that's why each and every field is important for our target field here, which is in-app purchase analysis. Suppose we are building a model to predict in-app purchase, total number of in-app purchases. So all these fields will be useful for that. Now we have two more visuals, so we can copy them and paste it here and then try to fit. So I'm just pausing and fitting them. So here you can see this is the design number or option second that we have, or this is option 1, design option 1. So whatever you want to go with, you can select that. And so the main idea is to understand that which category has more in-app purchases, which platform, which region, and which user age group has more in-app purchases, and try to understand why is that, and then we can try to replicate that in the other group as well. So try to replicate that at your end also, and you can see it will all work well, and you can adjust them. You can probably create 9 visuals and you can try to put them, use different type of device models as an image. So whatever creativity you want to put, you can try here. This was our simple EDA on mobile app usage data in app purchase analysis. If you like this tutorial, please subscribe to our channel. Whatever suggestions or comments you have, please put them in the comment section, and whenever we'll upload part 2 of this, you will get the notification if you will subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching once again. Have a nice day.